Hello and good evening. I'm Cheryl D'Souza and you're watching Goa 365. Our headlines at the hour. BJP demands investigation into deaths in Kepe Taluka. Goencha Ramponkaratso Ek vote demands total ban on mechanized fishing within 5 kilometers. Yemeni students in Panjim raise suspicion. We also have the movies that were released at the Inox today. Now for the news in detail. Reacting to the recent deaths in the vicinity of certain mining areas in the state, the Bharatiya Janata Party accused illegal mining activity to be the reason for the same and demanded a high-level investigation into these deaths.
ताजेर इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन जाण्याची गरज आहा आनी केपें पुलीस किंवा दक्षिण गोंयचे एसपीच्या सकयल जावचें ना. आय एम डिमांडिंग दॅट दीस इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन बी कॅरीड आउट टू क्रायम ब्रँच ऑर स्पेशल just in the same mode of how Motidongar was Motidongar sword capture was investigated by Konto Yadav. अशा contrary central IPS officer is जबाबदारी दिवंक जाय so that he can investigate this, because illegal mining is becoming a big issue and it is going to be a major law and order.
Briefing media persons, the leader of the opposition, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, accused the police for registering the deaths as natural deaths when actually the victim died due to a landslide at the illegal mine at Sulkorna village in Kepe Taluka.
पण हांव मुद्दम सांगता एक इन्सिडंट पयरचो. केप्यां मायन इल्लीगल मायन फॉरेस्ट एरियेन कॉलॅप्स जाली चोरता आसतना आनी तातूंत काही लोक मेले अशी गांवांत चर्चा आसा. म्हज्या म्हायती प्रमाणे पयलो मनीस जो अर्जंटली बेगीन बेगीन हार्ट एटॅक येवन मेलो आनी ताका बेगीन बेगीन जळोवन उडयलो, तातूंत भितर क्लियर कट केस ऑफ एक्सिडेंटल डेथ आसा. दीस इज माय इन्फॉर्मेशन. ही वॉज द फर्स्ट विक्टीम ऑफ दॅट कॉलॅप्स आनी ती केस पचोवपा खातीर बेगीन बेगीन व्हरून ताका लासलो. इन कनायवन्स विथ पुलीस इट हॅज बीन कन्सिडर्ड एज एन डेथ. सेम स्टोरी एज स्कारलेट किंवा ते पयलीं केप्यां जाल्ली एकदां मर्डर, तो कन्वर्ट केल्लो इंटू सुसायड. तशाच प्रकारा पयशे खावन तो डेथ हो नॅचरल डेथ कसो दाखयल्लो.
Reacting to the incident of deaths of 2 employees at a bar at Tisk, Rivanna yesterday, Mr. Parrikar doubted that these deaths might also have overtones of illegal mining.
काल 2 गूढ मृत्यू जाले रिवणा आनी काल काकोड्या एक बेवारशी प्रेत मेळ्ळें. कारण हे सगळे काडणारे ते घाटी असल्यामुळे तांचे हांगा काय तशें हें ना. ते पेपराचेर खंयचे रिपोर्ट जावं ना, पण म्हज्या म्हायती प्रमाणे पुलिसीक काल एक अननोन डेथ ताका ती शवचिकित्सेक धाडला तांच्यांनी. पण वी आर सस्पेक्टींग इट इज ऑल्सो डेथ आउट ऑफ दॅट मायनींग.
The Goencha Ramponkaratso Ek vote threatened that they would be forced to take law into their hands if the government doesn't enforce the Marine Regulation Act, which prevents trawlers and personas from fishing within 5 kilometers from the coast after the 31st of July, when the fishing ban period expires.
Our demand is to the government of Goa that they should govern Goa in the interest of the people of Goa and not interest of ministers, politicians and vested interests. We want to say that the law says that 5 kilometers is the law. From the coast, trawlers and personas cannot fish within 5 kilometers from the coast throughout the year, not ban period or other. So we say now from tomorrow onward, we don't want a single trawler within 5 kilometers from the coast. You fish beyond. Samjhil na ajuno? If they don't do that, tomorrow if we take action, what action we take we will not say. But if something happens, if there is skirmish or if there is a destruction or if there is death, the government alone shall be held responsible. All the police also, coastal police also shall be held responsible. The Department of Fisheries itself and all the politicians, including the minister, is responsible.
He accused the government of turning a blind eye and not taking action against the trawlers and personas for violating the law.
But no action is being taken by this government. The previous government at least introduced the ban and proved that the ban could be enforced, for which traditional fishermen had to fight for nearly 25 years. And every time they were bluffing, the same government.
He also accused trawler owners for violation of the ban period.
My first question to the Department of Fisheries and the Minister of Fisheries, how is that 40 feet canoes were given license and why no action was being taken on them? And we would like to know what action is being taken till today.
Mr. Saldanha questioned whether commencing this year the government would implement the law appropriately and disallow trawlers within 5 kilometers of the coastline.
Now I want to ask the Minister whether the trawlers and purveyors will be kept out beyond 5 kilometers from tomorrow. That is from 1st of August. For they are doing it illegally. They cannot fish any prawns nor anything in the coastal waters within 5 kilometers.
He also accused the trawler owners for depletion of fish from the Goan coast. Reacting to the demands made by the Goa Boat Owners Association that the traditional fisherman should not be allowed to fish during the ban period, Mr. Saldanha said that they would agree to their demands provided that they promised them not to fish within 5 kilometers from the coast.
Say, if they want a total ban during those 2 months, we are ready for it. Provided trawlers and purveyors stay beyond 5 kilometers throughout the year, provided, which is within the framework of the law.
What would have passed off as a next-door teaching academy has now become the cynosure of the investigating agency's eyes, not for what they teach, but the persons to whom they teach. We are speaking about a little-known academy under the name of Fluency Academy, which apparently tries to improve the English language skills of its students. The students here primarily comprise of Yemeni nationals, and this has come into focus as Yemen has been one of the countries contributing the maximum number of foot soldiers to the Al-Qaeda's cause. The institute has been in existence for more than a year now and is run by a lady named Naseema Beg. An interesting development about this academy was that an official inquiry from the Saudi consulate in Mumbai asking the state police to verify the antecedents of this institute. In this connection, the state police has asked the Directorate of Education whether any accreditation was given by the department to the institute.
Yeah, we have received a complaint from Saudi consulate that one Fluency Academy is operating in Panjim and to verify the antecedents of that Fluency Academy. Accordingly, we conducted inquiries and now we have come to know that one Fluency Academy is being operated from Pramila Arcade. So we have written to the Director of Education to give us details whether they have given any permission for this Fluency Academy and whether it is legal, and if not, then necessary action to be taken against the academy.
Naseema Beg, director of the institute, says that she is being harassed ever since news about the Yemeni students studying in the institute has appeared in the local media.
My life is messed up. I can't say how it is difficult for me. Every day one questions comes around me. Every day the phone calls or the police and CID, this all comes, they ask me the question, I have to answer them. I don't know what, but I'm not doing anything wrong or anything illegally, means I wanted to do legally.
While agreeing that the institute was run illegally for some time now, she mentioned that she was going through the formalities to legalize the same and would ask the police to give her time to get it done.
Oh, it was illegal, I agree, okay. The institute was running by Wahida Sheikh before. Nobody asked anything about to her. 1 year she was running it. And now just 3 months before I started now, I took it in my hand and this all against me. This illegal, you don't have license, you don't have government, and you, okay fine, I don't have, I agree. But I'm going through that to do it legally.
Naseema Beg claimed that she had all the records of the students studying in her institute and thus they posed no security threat.
Yeah, their passport xerox, they give their photo, identity, everything we have here. We have the record of the students, whoever comes here, who have the move.
The PI of Panjim has asked her to furnish all the details of the students studying in the said academy. The important question here is, how were these Yemeni nationals issued student visas by the Ministry of External Affairs without verifying the antecedents of the institute that they would be enrolling into in this country? One needs to ponder on this. We'll spill into a short break. Stay with us.